All right. I'm sweet.
Well, that's okay because no one's paying to listen to it. So
Besides Aaron. Hi, Aaron, again.
hi, Aaron. We're back, mate. Are you right there?
Sorry, I started heavy breathing and fiddling with my fucking mouse.
Yeah, who's got the tism now?
Mate, have you seen my Hot Wheels collection?
No, I can't say anything. You're coming into me at 300.
That's right. Where am I
3
pointing?
megabyte.
There we go. Against the wall there.
Yeah, I swear that's some good-looking blurry images, mate. None of it. I can make out the helmet, and that's about it.
That's right. All right. Just like, sorry, Hurricane Helene has entered the room.
Yeah, that generally does it. It looks like one of the last images of a loved one before being lost in a natural tragedy.
You just see the flood of water come in.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's kick into it, mate. Episode 21, 2024 Bathurst 1000 special.
Yes, mate.
It's the big one.
It is the big one. We are, I believe, the 61st running.
No.
No.
60. See, last year was the 60th anniversary, but it was the 63rd running.
Nerd.
Yeah. So it's the 64th running.
Yeah.
From 61 years.
That's what?
So we had the 2 touring car races in 97 and 98.
Hey, that's my year of birth. The 90.
That's the race you got on DVD, actually.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Gotta watch it. All right.
Okay,
well, let's get stuck into Bathurst. Maybe we'll. We don't really have a running sheet per se for this, but we'll start off with the Enduro Cup standings just to get a gauge on where everyone's coming into the weekend at. So to kick it off, we have it's basically the standings from Sandown.
It's the results from Sandown.
It's the results from Sandown. So we have Will Brown, Scott Pye, first and second. We've got Brock Feeney and Jamie. Yeah. Sorry. Yep. Those two in first. Brock Feeney and Jamie Whincup in second. James Golding and David Russell in third. That's a really good job by them to get a podium.
First podium for that team.
Yeah, and
since it's I think ever.
And to do it on a strong essentially a double points weekend with the 300 points from Sandown. That's really good.
And they've been knocked out of the door a couple times. I think it might have been Darwin. Golding finished fourth there as well.
Oh yeah.
So they're knocking on a door of a podium.
They just haven't put it together till then. We got the first forward of the bunch, I guess, of the grid to make it to fourth with Matt Payne and Garth Tander. I feel like they're kind of underrated in what they can put together for the Enduro
I feel like Payne definitely isn't, but it could have been a podium, but obviously Payne had that incident with Jack LeBrock on the last racing lap of the 500, which definitely put him behind. Following them is the third Triple 8 car, the Triple 8 Make It Super wild card of Craig Lowndes and Cooper Murray.
Yes, boys, Make It Super. Got that shit on hand.
Yeah, mate.
Get it on hand. It's a big hand.
You get it, Super Bodo. Pay us for your free advertising.
Yeah, give it up right now. Right the fuck now.
Yeah.
Man.
Following behind them in 6th, we have Cam Waters and James Moffat of Tickford. In 7th, we have car 25 with Chaz Moster and Lee Holdsworth from Walker Trojada United.
They should have really had a stronger weekend, those two boys. Realistically speaking.
Well, the car wasn't really there, and then obviously Lee had probably like the first fuck up he's ever made as a co-driver. And in dropping it on the exit turn 1 into turn 2 and just having a good old spin, which obviously ripped a lot of the floor off as well. So you just Tony Hawk delivering shit out of the exit curve there.
And after those points, we go into a cluster of 4 Chevys, Camaros. We've got David Reynolds, Ryan Luff, Bryce Fullwood. He actually got top 10 there. Not bad performance by him with partnered up with Jay Robotham, I believe.
Robotham.
and coming
Rob
in
off 'em.
10th to finish.
If you say it fast enough, it sounds correct.
I'm not going to get stuck on that because that's going to be a whole next segment of this podcast if I do.
And then capping off the top 10, we have Cameron Hill and Cameron Crick.
Yeah, go
From Matt
go
Stone
Cameron
Racing.
and Cameron. Woo!
Cameron's. The 11th, Adrian. Adrian. I always
And
fuck his name
Andre
up. Heimgartner.
Heimgartner.
Andre, that's
Andre
it.
Heimgartner and Declan
I gotta
Fraser.
fix. I gotta fix that because it's still Andre in my sheets. Yeah, Declan Fraser. In 12th, the retiring Tim Slade and the upcoming Cameron McLeod.
Real young and old operation there, like the Murray and
Yeah.
Lowndesy fucking combo.
Yeah, so this will be Tim Slade's final 500. Oh, this will be his final 1,000 as a main driver.
Yeah, he might get one or two co-drives, but I don't think he'll go much more than that.
I reckon he'll be around for a long time as a co-drive because like he was even he co-drove with Scott McLaughlin in 2020 when everything all closed.
Oh, okay.
So he must have something behind him for Dick Johnson Race to say, "Yep, we'll take him."
And we got the crowd pleasing Thomas Randall coming in to 13th there in the standings with Tyler Everingham. Now, Dan and I were at Sandown and we got to witness. I think Randall just fucking loved coming out and having a yarn and getting photos
he
photos.
swam in fans.
Yeah,
he came out purely to do the fan stuff.
Yeah, and I watched Tyler Everingham just he got caught up by a couple people, but he could very easily just quietly walk through out the back of his garage and like people didn't blink too much in an eye. But his partner,
I did when I ran a wheel rim up to him.
yeah. And coming in another forward, we've got the Anton and Di Pasquale and Tony D'Alberto combination. Those two, don't feel like it's the first time they've partnered, but I also do. I feel like it's the first time they've partnered up together. Those two.
Who's this?
Anton and Tony D'Alberto. Is this their first combo?
They were up together for the last 2 years.
Oh, okay, well there we go.
Tony D'Alberto was pairing up with so I just had a brain misfire. Fabian Coulthard. He's co-driver for a long time.
Yep.
And and he's just announced that he's stepping back from his regular duties in TCR Australia as his team pulls out.
Okay. And coming out of the Walkinshaw and Andretti United outfit in 15, we have Ryan Wood and Fabian Coulthard. Actually, speak of the devil. And then
speaking of the fact.
And next we have Mark Winterbottom and Michael Caruso from Team 18. They're in 16th position there. Dan needs Michael Caruso to fucking sign his rim. That's a fun little fact. We didn't shout at him enough when the opportunity was there. So, Michael Caruso, watch out. We are coming for you to sign Dan's rim.
If we can fit the rim in.
If we can fit
that's going to be the big question.
Yeah. Do you want to take us from 17th, Dan?
Yep. As soon as I can close the Bomber app. I'll try and bring up the weather. For 17th, we have Aaron Love and Aaron Cameron in the Blanchard Racing number 3 Cool Drive Mustang, followed by his teammate James Courtney and Jack Perkins in the number 7. Now, Jack Perkins obviously did it again in Super 2, had another win, another pole position, and another win. So let's see what he can do in Super 2.
As you would have said,
Bathurst as well.
As you would have said, Dan, a month ago, you would have said Jack Perkins fucks.
yeah, he just gets up in the morning and he just fucks.
Yeah. So after that, we have the wild card of Matt Charter and Brad Vaughan. They came in a strong 19th position. That's really good for a wild card, like to not come dead last especially when you're going up against actually very strong teams are behind him, such as Erebus Racing. And I say strong team in the sense that they had a fast car. How strong the team is, morale-wise, anything, is more of an up to question at the moment. But yeah, they led Jack LeBrock and Jaden Ojeda from the Erebus garage out, and those boys are 20th. And followed behind them, we have Macaulay Jones and Jordan Boys. I haven't really heard too much about Jordan Boys, really. Like,
He's
he
done.
doesn't ring a
He's
bell.
done.
He doesn't.
He was. I think he was in the Tickford camp for a long time. I think there was even a sniff of him possibly getting that 56 drive a couple of years ago when Courtney left.
Okay.
Not Courtney. Who was in the 56 before? When Jack LeBrock left. So he's been around for a little
Yeah.
bit, and for a little while there was considered an up and comer.
And then just kind of burnt out by the seams of it. Just
Just the
didn't get
stars didn't
traction.
align.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving down to 22nd. This last week it was car 50. This week it should be car 12 again, of Jackson Evans and Dean Fiore for Brad Jones Racing. Car 10 for Matt Stone Racing in 23rd of Nick Percat and Dylan O'Keefe. Another one we got tracked down for signature. And then finally, the final running car 17 for D Johnson Racing. Will Davison and Kai Allen in the 17 Shell Racing Mustangs. And then finally, did not finish as, so they're therefore not classified in the Endurance Championship because they haven't finished a race. Car 1, Brody Kostecki and Todd Hazelwood for Everest Motorsports. And car 26, Richard Sanaway and Dale Wood for Grove Racing.
Sad retirements. Those 4 boys shouldn't have had.
Yeah,
Dale didn't even
especially
get a steer.
Kostecki.
Dale
Yeah,
didn't.
Dale didn't get a steer, which is the second year in a row that the co-driver of car 26 hasn't even got in the car. Actually, no, sorry, the one of two, because last year, Garth started the car when the wheel came off. So, David, what's his name? Reynolds didn't actually get a steer, but still, it's another year where car 26 only had one driver actually participate in the race. Then we might move down to the I'm just gonna run in team order here, so we don't have to just repeat all the same crap. But this is the pit lane order for the Bathurst 1000. As we know, we've got the live pit lane this year that changes every round based on the results of the championship. So in box 1, Triple Eight Race Engineering. In box 2, Tickford Racing. In box 3, War Control Andretti United. In box 4, Grove Penrite Racing. In box 5, Dick Johnson Racing. In box 6, Matt Stone Racing. In box 7, Premier Racing. In box 8, Team 18. In box 9s and 10s back to back, despite where they are in the championship, is both Brad Jones Racing cars, or 4 of them. In box 11, yes, 11 is Erebus Motorsports. Box 12 is Blanchard Racing, still holding the last of the main teams. And then finally, box 13, because of the wild cards, is both Triple Eight Race Engineering and Matt Chandler Motorsports. Due to the rules, and in fairness, and this is not a new thing, they even had to do this when Triple Eight had free cars.
Yep.
Therefore, they had to share a pit boom with another team regularly. The rules mandate that both teams must help with pit stops. So they were saying at Sandown, the Triple Eight boys were doing the wheels on and the air jack, while the Matt Chandler guys were Matt Charter.
Yeah.
My mistake.
You will be.
Too much friends. Shut up, Ash. That they will be doing the stop go and the stop go, fuel, and wheels off part of the pit stops. No, sorry, I'll take that back about the wheels part. It's not Formula 1. It's one guy, isn't it? So yeah, Matt Chandler will be doing the fuel and the stop go, maybe the air spike, and Triple Eight's doing the wheels.
There you go.
And also that's made a lot easier because that car 118 is actually is actually Brock Feeney's car from last year. So it's a Triple A car originally.
Yep. So moving on to some information about the mountain itself, Mount Panorama, which is where this race is hosted in the town of Bathurst. So in a sense, the mountain itself isn't actually called Bathurst. It's just a town.
Mount Panorama. That's why it's painted on the side.
Straight facts, bro. So,
Cop that.
so there's been
Well, the name's on the door, mate.
there's been racing there for 80 plus years, just about. The history behind it is the mayor of the area, the regional area, something Griffin, because they named the second corner after him. He got that shit happening, and then they named the corner after him.
Yeah, so the go was there used to be a track nearby that got shut down, and he conveniently lobbied the government for, we just want a scenic drive for tourism and other stuff. And then we got the money out of the federal government, and then it was, got this nice scenic drive here.
What?
It would be very good for motorcycle racing.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much the beginning of Bathurst. But a lot of interesting names. The elbow at the top of the mountain, that's named after Forrest Elbow is named after a bloke named Forrest, who smashed his elbows to smithereens on that corner when he had a big off. Murray's Corner, the final corner, was named after a race car driver. This is one of the very first car races I had there in the late 30s or early 40s, who was driving a Hudson Hornet. On the last lap, on the last corner, completely lost it and buried it into the hay bales, and it's been forever known as Murray's Corner.
That's a rough way to get a bloody name.
Yeah. And then back in the 80s, there was actually a full, I don't know if you ever heard about this, there was a full motorcycle riot at Bathurst. It was a whole thing, like heaps of coppers had to go up there. It was like...
up on Skyline?
Yeah, around Skyline.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can find something about it. But yeah, I've heard a bit about it. Like, it pretty much put a full stop end to motorcycle racing at the mountain.
Yeah.
1970. Oh, is that right? Yeah, October 1970. And then again, it happened twice. And then again in February 1974.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got... Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so the track is 6 kilometers long, 6 point something long. So I'll get the exact... where are we? 6.2 kilometers long. And it is... race lap record is 1:59.2 by Christopher Miles in an Audi R8 2018 GT3 unrestricted. So that doesn't belong to a V8. Goes 3 seconds.
I'm pretty sure. Did the Mercedes not beat this earlier this year?
Well, if it hasn't, Wiki hasn't updated, and that's where I'm getting all my facts from, bro.
Yeah, Bathurst. Bathurst lap record. Piss off, Google. I know about it.
So yeah, Bathurst, the mountain is also home to the 12-hour, the 6-hour. The 12-hour I'd really like to get to one day soon. That's just fucking a goal, because it seems like such a good event to go to and be a part of, and all this and that. And yeah, there's a lot of good feedback. A lot of people say they actually stopped going to the 1000 because they'd rather save their time off and money in the 10 to 12 hour.
Yeah, but these are the same people that carry on, like in the comments of no, Supercars is dead, not going anymore, and then yet here they are the following week complaining about it as well. So it's like I'm sick of hearing the all this shit about like, no, it's dead, sucks, no one's going anymore, and then it's the same people popping up every week. Like, bro, if you're leaving, fuck off.
Yeah, see you later, alligator.
Like, it's not an airport. Don't announce your departure. But if you are departing,
yeah, just
fuck off.
Yeah, your plane isn't this delayed, bruv. So things that I would recommend that people do at Bathurst, as we went at
Real quick before we jump into that, Ash, what was that
uh,
lap time again? No, shut up.
nah,
What was that lap time again?
1 minute 59.2,
I missed that because you glitched out on me. Say it again.
159.2.
So the speed done by the Mercedes GT, the modified, especially modified Mercedes GT free car, was a 1 minute 56.6.
Okay, so that would be overall lap record. This is race lap record.
Huh?
That would be the overall lap record, whereas the 1 minute 59 would
Oh,
be
race
race.
lap. All right, well that makes sense why I wasn't there.
Yeah, but having said that, a
Make it clear,
minute.
Ash.
What do you want from me?
I want you. I want you to read.
Uh,
Once we go back there, and you said probably the first time I just wasn't fucking listening.
Yeah. So things that to do at Bathurst, everything. There's no shortage of shit to do there. I went for my first time last year. Had a great experience. Camped up in the paddock, and very much had some well seasoned veterans guide us into the do's and don'ts, and don't waste your time on this, and do this. One of the best bits of advice though was top of Skyline for the top 10 shootout and the Dunlop race that on the Saturday, which I think I'll be doing again this year because it just
Yeah,
breaks up the weekend a bit. Um, that was stellar.
yeah.
That was
I love to the mountain, but one day up there's enough.
yeah. One day if you're
I
not
don't.
camping up there, one day is definitely
Mm,
enough.
yeah.
I mean, God, I saw someone take a shit on a serviette and put a fork in it and place it in the middle of the fucking walkway, serve it up
Um,
hype and hot. That was,
I'm so. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Fucking what?
I don't know, that probably be a sin bin thing that for whoever. That we should find that.
I don't know. I don't know what trauma you just clicked over because I've never heard this yarn
I,
ever.
I feel like well,
Do I need to call an adult? Like,
I don't know if this is a safe place. um,
right.
yeah,
Well, since we're talking about records, let's talk about previous winners here. Top three records for most wins here. I'm just gonna cheat by looking at me the thing. So an equal third place on 6 wins is Mark Scaife and Larry Perkins. It helps if I look back and actually read it instead of just looking back. On equal second place with 2 wins here is Jim Richards and Craig Lowndes, and then finally P1, the bloke who's on the trophy, Peter Brock, with 9 Bathurst 1000 wins plus a Bathurst 24-hour win.
the man can't be stopped on that track. Well, yeah, on
Yeah.
that track, he can be stopped on other tracks.
Yeah. Obviously, this last year, we're going to have the whole thing of the winners handing the trophy over because there's only really one trophy. Like, obviously, there's replicas made, but there's really, and there's always an argument about is the trophy they get back at the year, at the beginning of the year, the real Peter Brock trophy, or is it one of the replicas that the teams have had made? But traditionally, this is both drivers handing it onto the podium for respectively the new winner to pick up at the end of the day. But this year, there'll only be one driver handing it over because obviously Richie Stanaway is still here, but Shane Van Gisbergen has departed to the United States.
He has, unless Shane just pulled some shit out of his ass and is just a guest of Red Bull over the weekend.
I don't think so because I'm pretty sure NASCAR's busy. Like that's the biggest thing about NASCAR doing a wild card for Bathurst is their stupid schedule.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they race fucking if like 45% of the year.
I think it's 32 weekends out of 52 they're racing.
Oh well,
Plus Shane's doing a lot of
Xfinity as well, and
yeah, he's doing the full Xfinity plus double duties with the Cup Series at select events. Let's have a look at their calendar real quick. I don't want the cookies. Go away.
reject all the cookies.
Reject all the cookies. Schedule. That's all I want.
Fifth and
No, I don't. God damn. We need to put a segment on this. We need to put a segment on this podcast talking about how dumb some of these fucking race names are. like next weekend, the 6th of October, it's the Yellowwood 500. Yellowwood 500. YELLAWOOD
A
500
title,
at Talladega.
a title sponsor is a title sponsor, mate. Money talks. Money
It's
talks.
picks better sponsors. Um,
Mate,
all races October. What we got in October? Um, actually, there is a gap there, but still, it's pretty much 24-hour round trip. Oh, no, it's not. I'm thinking of London. It's still a hike to the United States,
it is, but it's also
especially if these
Bathurst.
races are on the East Coasts.
But also
So I don't
Bathurst.
say I can see Scotty Mac might be flying around because their season is one and done.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's yeah. So obviously, yeah, last year's winners, Champagne Gisbergen and Richie Stanaway. I've opened emails like an idiot, and now I can't get out of it. So yeah, so I think let's pick some favorites here. So I'm just looking at the board here. Obviously, two big favourites here. Both Triple Eight cars, Brock Fenny, Will Brown with Scott Pye and Jamie Whincup.
Yeah.
It's a bit of the easy pick. One just won the race. Both have won for the championship. I think you'd be hard pressed to look past car 19. Garth Tander has won this race 5 times.
Yeah. With Matt
All of
Payne
them
ready to
pretty.
fucking set the world alight.
Yeah, Payne's ready to fire up, and Grove's just a strong outfit.
Yeah.
Cameron Waters, I reckon Cam will take pole again because he seems to be very good at taking pole, not so much at converting it, but he's due for one, and it'll be interesting if James Moffat wins with him because that will be the third pairing I can think of father and son that's won the Bathurst 1000. Obviously,
Alan Moffat.
the Richards have.
Yeah.
I can't think if there's any others, but I feel like there is.
Yeah.
I'm looking at obviously Chaz and Lee Holdsworth. That's a strong lineup. Really Lee's spin was the only fuck up of really his whole last few years of co-driving. So I can't really hold that against him. I think they're still a strong lineup.
Yeah. I wouldn't look past Bryce Fullwood and Jay Rothbotham. Not for a top podium finish or anything, but a top 5 finish. I think just something about them. It's given a vibe of they're gonna just contend well and steer clear of trouble. They might not set the world alight with their consistent race pace, but steering clear of trouble, I reckon. Like I'm sure.
I think the dark horse from the from the Brad Jones stable has to be Adrian Heingardner and Andre Heingardner and Declan Fraser because Andre's always been very good.
Yeah.
Declan Fraser's no slouches. He just got a rough year when he's one and only year with Tickford.
Yeah.
He did reasonably well with the Triple Eight wildcard and in the Triple Eight program.
Yeah.
And of course spotting that Jason Richards number 8 that seems to be destined to one day finally get a Bathurst 1000 win.
Yeah. I do believe Aaron Love. I hate to talk ill about the guy, but I hope over these last couple of weeks he's put himself in a mindset of just growing like a lot more, just to keep it out of the wall. The man can come home in 12th or 10th, but just keep it out of the wall and don't lose to the wild cards.
Yeah. Well, look, I know he's got a contract for next year, and I've always been a big person saying that rookies need 2 years to get their head wrapped around it. So he's secure for next year at least. And then look, if it doesn't pick up after next year, I'm sorry, he's got to go. There's too many young guns coming up for him to. It's put up and shut up.
Yeah.
And I say it in the nicest way. That's just the sport.
Yeah, it's motor racing, motorsport as a whole. Really, you see it in F1, you see it in F2, F3, even coming down to smaller series like TCR. We see that a bit, a lot of make it or break. Really.
Yeah. And then I think really the last I would put in my category of favourites. I don't see D Johnson's been so inconsistent. I don't see it.
You don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to put money on them.
I wouldn't. Yeah, look. Nothing would surprise me. Crazier things have happened, but I just don't see. I don't see the Dick Racing boys.
I see them in the top 10 shootout, but
top 10 shootout appearance for at least one of the cars, 100%.
Yeah.
But I don't see them in a legitimate opportunity to win the race. But I think two final dark horse favourites here. First one would make plenty of sense. Car 26 for Richie Stanaway and Dale Wood. Dale Wood's always been a good operator, and obviously Richie is the defending champion. And he was running quite well at St. before the engine gave up the go.
Yeah, and I'll also, I know we're just throwing out names here, but Car 10, Nick Percat and Dylan O'Keefe with Mustang, they've done some stuff this year. It's once again, I would put them in a top 5 finish, given that they steer clear of mechanical trouble,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, and if the stars align, maybe they could be on the podium.
Yeah.
I think really the final real dark horse here, I reckon, as a favourite that could generally win is car 1, Brody Kostecki and Todd Hazelwood.
Yeah.
I think he always qualifies well here.
Yep.
I think he was P2 last year or P3. I think he's been on the podium every year, bar one from the last 5 seasons.
Yep.
Would that be as a full-time or a co-driver. So if the Erebus can hold itself together for 1,000 laps.
Yeah. Well, not 1,000 laps,
and
1,000
and
kilometers.
Todd can, you know what I mean, and Todd can avoid a hit of PTSD. They might be on.
Yeah, fucking oath. All right, so that's favourites covered up.
Do you want to go through what we're looking at for supports?
Yeah, I have no idea. I know the V8 Utes will generally be there. I believe Touring Car Masters are there too, which has got a lot of people excited.
Yeah, so we got obviously V8 Super Utes. We got it's Heritage Touring Cars, but I believe that's Touring Car Masters. Unless they've had some weird name change, that's something now. I better check that before I discuss. No, I can't. It doesn't want to work for me. Stuff it. We're going with Touring Car Masters, and then we got Toyota Gazoo Racing.
Yep.
The Porsche Carrera Cup, obviously Super 2.
Yep.
And I think that's all the supports, all the racing supports. At least, obviously there'll be some on track stuff.
Yeah, that's
not competitive stuff,
it.
And possibly a Toyota in some form or another.
Probably a display or demo run, I would imagine. Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Apparently, for the Wednesday, they're doing a big thing in town. Apparently, a plane has also landed on track, I read. So
yeah, they did that a few years ago as a promotional thing for Red Bull.
Yeah,
they landed one of those little the planes that fly over and does the acrobatics,
the little roulette fucking thingies.
Yeah. That landed on the on Conrad Strait.
Okay, so that's just a very casual thing for them to do. I'm excited for the jet on Sunday morning. That shit.
I missed all that because you cut out on me again.
You cut out on me. I'm excited for the jet on Sunday morning. That shit.
Oh yeah, if they bring it back.
Well, hopefully they should. I mean, it's the happiest time to watch 2 million tax-paying dollars go up and fucking
just get pissed away.
That's
millions of dollars of training.
Yeah,
just to fly over a racetrack at a well timed with the national.
Yeah, I mean that shit gave me shivers last year. That was awesome.
I just love the fact that we got to see it coming where a lot of fucking people didn't.
Yeah,
a lot of people just copped and just got raw dogged by the jet.
Yeah. Oh fuck. So a lot of talk, generally speaking, is around Bathurst being a street circuit. So, that just means all year round you can drive on it, basically.
Yeah, it's a semi-permanent street circuit.
Yeah, everything's there. I've driven it a couple times. Fucking awesome. And once again, driving and walking it yourself changes your whole perspective of it, of how steep, narrow, and then you go, holy fuck, people are sending it up here at 150 k's.
It changes the strength of your calves.
Yeah, it's a game changer, and if you're gonna walk it, have minimum 4 to 5 beers on hand. I would say if you're doing a beer walk around it, I would say that one for each kilometer.
I should bring my beer belt.
Please don't.
Yes, no, it's literally the perfect thing for it. Still got to figure out a way how to get it up the top.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want you to bring that beer belt.
I'm bringing the beer belt. It's happening now.
Right.
Um, Jeez, what else?
Yeah, fun little fact that I've just read here, but I could not have told you. This is off Wiki, so if this is bullshit, just Wiki, blame Wiki. The
Yeah,
venue's infield, or Mount Panorama's infield, is actually served as the home of the 2023 World Athletics Cross Country Championships. So
that that wouldn't surprise me because it's mostly just bushland.
it's bushland up and down, and probably get fucked up by a wallaby or some shit. I mean, there's plenty of them there on the infield there, especially up towards the Mount Panorama sign. And I'm pretty sure there's an albino wallaby that hangs about somewhere
I
too.
don't know. I haven't been big on my wallaby watching up in regional New South Wales, mate.
I mean, you should.
No,
There's a whole
no.
thing.
That's how I want to be watching for kangaroos is when they're about to jump in front of my car and fuck it up.
Hmm. Yeah, fair.
Um, is there anything else really? Because nothing else is jumping out to me about any really big stuff outside of I'll bring up the standings real quick actually because obviously 300 points for the winner, which means this is a crucial round for the championship and for Will Brown. Even though I think Will Brown's got it in hand now, I think you'd have to drop the ball pretty hard. So the gap is 211 points.
Yep.
Which means theoretically, if Chaz Mostert won and Will Brown did not finish, Chaz Mostert would leave as the championship leader by 90 something points.
Yep.
That's some quick maths. And then arguably, Brock Feeney's only just over 200 behind as well. So, Brock Feeney pretty much the same position if Feeney wins and Brown fails to finish.
Yeah.
Be some pretty big changes in the drivers' championship. Why is everything black? As well as in the constructors, because we just as I just said earlier about errors. Sorry, with Erebus being so far down the order in the pit lane order for this week, down at
Yeah.
pit bay 8. 300 points could really swing them either way,
Yeah.
and I think that's a dead result of car 1 not failing the finish and car 9 being sent to the back of the grid on the last the last green flagged lap.
Hmm. Just looking at some lap records here, so I'll just knock on the door of a few familiar names that we've got. We're gonna start off with Chaz Mostert in. Oh, actually, it says Supercars Championship, so I don't know if this is just official lap records in total without a race lap. We've got Chaz Mostert apparently in the Ford Mustang GT at 2 minutes 4 seconds 0.7, which I'm not sure if it's the fastest supercars hit around there. So that might be wrong. We've got in TCR, Australian TCR touring cars, we've got Bailey Sweeney with a 2 minutes 13. And then where was it? We actually have, I'm going to call him our mate Cody Garland in the Aussie racing cars. He
Yeah.
has had a run around at 2 minutes 29.3, and that was this year, so that would have been paired up with the 500. But he's gone and decided to go fast as fuck around the mountain.
Yeah, as you do.
Yeah, and just a little thing here. A sidecar, so one of those motorbike cars, I believe.
Oh, with the motorbike,
Yeah,
yeah.
this was set in like 1993 at 2 minutes 30. So, I mean, there's plenty of history. Like right now, I'm looking at like around 20 categories that have raced around the track, from sidecars to Formula 3 to S5000. Someone just in a Nissan Pulsar. Like just everything. And Anton actually holds the Formula Ford record as well for fastest lap.
Well, here's something interesting. So since in the introduction of the safety car in 1987, the Bathurst 1000 has ran only twice without seeing a safety car. So that was 1989 and 1991.
Pretty sure the
Uh,
percentage is 100% for
Basically
Bathurst.
100%,
Yeah,
with the greatest number being 13 safety cars in 2000.
that's a good effort. That's a good
Uh,
effort.
and the highest number, I'm just reading this shit, and the highest number of affected laps by the safety car is 45 of 161, and that was in the 2006 race.
Yeah. So there's plenty of like fun things. A big thing that Supercars is currently promoting is their track to town on the Wednesday before it all really kicks off. So when Bathurst being a 4-day event, Thursday to Sunday, they have got their media day in a sense and all their public relation days before they put the helmet on Thursday, and
Mm.
so they're like they're screaming about how big this is going to be.
Yeah, I believe there's going. So they moved the pit lane challenge into Bathurst, into the town instead of the pit lane.
Yeah, which is going to be awesome.
It's
I
gonna be
like
awesome
that.
because it could be the first time in 5 or 6 years that any other team but a Brad Jones team could win it.
Yeah, Brad Jones
But
is so strong.
yeah, but Blanchard's. I don't think Blanchard's really fighting for
Yeah. I
at the
I mean,
moment.
take
So
something home. Take
yeah.
something home.
But besides James Courtney's paycheck, um, and then I think they're doing a live Fox show there, so that'll be the normal stuff with Fox and Scaife and all that shit talking. And then obviously so driver signings and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
So that should be good. I don't think the cars are going to get as loose as what they did in New Zealand when they were getting up to 120 on the freeway.
Yeah. Um yeah, they're probably going to be a bit more moderate because if they go 120, they're going to be in town in like a minute, and then I'm sure they'll probably get pulled up because there's no shortage of cops up at Bathurst, especially up in the Skyline camp. They've actually got like a HQ that
They got a
yeah,
compound.
they've got a fucking compound there because that place gets so loose.
Yeah, no, fuck staying up there.
Yeah.
Um, Geez, anything else? Oh, I think we've just about covered all the top stuff.
Yeah.
Watch there be a bunch of news after
Oh yeah.
we record
Yeah,
this.
it's going to be dumping all tomorrow. But
Yeah,
I like that for a short sweet. We'll be making. I want to make plenty of content at Bathurst, whether it's simple or whether we're deep diving into something. So stay
yeah.
tuned to our socials, and shit's really going to be kicking off soon. So we'd love to have
Mm.
you guys there. But thanks for listening to RaceNuts Bathurst 1000 2024 special.
Right, mate. I'll see you at the mountain.
No rackets, mate. Bye.
Bye.